Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Google Podcast, Spotify, Radio Public, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 13 coming soon. Yo! Whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Happy Death Day to You. It is the sequel to 2017's Happy Death Day. It stars Jessica Rothe, Israel Broussard, Phi Vu, Sarah Yarkin, Steve Zissis, Ruby Modine, Rachel Matthews, Siraj Shamara, and it's directed by Christopher Landon, who also directed the first movie, and he directed Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, and a Paranormal Activity movie, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to get a shout out in my review of How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. I can't tell you guys any part of the plot. Like this, I'm sitting there watching this movie thinking this is literally all spoilers. Anything I say about this movie in the plot description is a spoiler. So the way that the first movie was like Scream meets Groundhog Day, this movie is Scream meets Groundhog Day meets the Flashpoint Paradox with a twist. Like the first movie was fun, man. The first movie was like a fun surprise that I really didn't think much of going into, and I came out having a real good time. Like Jessica Rothe is still entertaining as Shri. She still gives a good performance. Like it hits you emotionally. She's funny, and like a lot of her humor comes from her facial expressions. And then like when it's time to man up, like I don't want to offend any female viewers by saying a female has to man up, but like when it's time for action, she is right there ready to go. Curveballs are thrown, so it's not the exact same movie. Like definite curveballs are thrown. Like that's the one thing. If I had a flaw with this movie, it's that something happens at the beginning that by the end there's no like, hey, this is what happened with this. I think we're just supposed to assume that with the resolution that we got, everything was fixed. And then there is a character that is kind of like pushed off to the side for a lot of this movie that comes back toward the end, when everything has to be fixed. And I mean, that's not really a bad thing. I think that it didn't do a disservice to anything, but it was noticeable. And so this might be one of the shortest reviews I've ever given you guys. There's a mid-credit scene that sets up a possible third part. And like Blumhouse makes these movies for the low, so I'm sure at least within 2 weekends, this movie will have its budget back. I enjoyed it, man. Like there are moments of tension. There are moments that try to get emotional. That like it's not like, oh my god, like I can't believe they're doing this. This is so sad. Like sad in a laughable way, but like nah, like there are some emotional beats that go on. Like this is a sequel that lives up to the original that I might have liked a little more. I don't know. Like this is a fun series. With all that being said, man, in my opinion, I will say that Happy Death Day to You is dope. What did you think about Happy Death Day to You, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between, man. Let me know. I I wouldn't mind a third movie. Like I said, like I wouldn't mind Happy Death Day becoming a trilogy. Happy Death Day 3 U's. I mean, what are they gonna call a third movie? Happy Death Day 3 is lazy at this point. Um And I swear the tagline is gonna say "Death comes in threes," like that hasn't been used before. I've recently posted reviews for the Lego Movie 2, for Cold Pursuit, for What Men Want, for Miss Bala. Check those out, man. I got a Alita Battle Angel review coming right after this. I could quite possibly tomorrow have a Isn't It Romantic review coming. Like I said, How to Train Your Dragon comes out next weekend, and then I probably won't review anything until Captain Marvel comes out. So like, subscribe, comment, find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.